to go back to the original intent of why you were made. Look, we don't need you to be a boss bee. We don't need you to be a boss chick. We don't need you to be a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. We don't need none of that. Here's what we need. We need someone who can actually follow. Now look, you say that you want a leader, right? But the question that I would pose for you to ask yourself is, can you be led? We don't need you to always have something to say. We don't need you to be combative. We don't need you to be extremely opinionated all the time. And that doesn't mean that we're stripping you of your voice. We don't need unnecessary uncooperation. You know what we need? Sometimes we just need you to say, I trust you, honey, whatever you decide. I trust you, baby, whatever you decide. A lot of y'all just don't know how to talk to and communicate with your man in a way that's effective, meaning he actually receives what you're saying.
Not the
So you
men,
complain
just
about
us
not
women.
having a lot of viable, good black men to choose from who are leaders. But when you do get a good black man in your life who is a leader, you don't know how to fall back and let him lead.
It's the man cave.
Man cave. Great.
Okay.
Agree, disagree.
Um, what I feel like what he's trying to beat around the bush and say is I don't want a stereotypical hood chick. That's what I feel like he's trying to say. And for me, coming up young, hood chicks was all I wanted. Then when I got a little bit older, my style kind of switched up to different degrees. Once you get to a certain level where you got something to lose, you don't want a lot of problems. And you older, you want peace. Like some of that stuff is fun, the super love and we fighting or whatever. It's like, oh, like we showing love. But once you get older, you want some stability, some peace, and hey, let's try to be successful.
Why you shaking your head, Nora?
I mean, so much to say. I mean, we want a man to lead us, but we need leaders. You can lead, but you can't lead if you're not a leader. There are so many black men that are not the same black men from the 1950s, 60s, and 70s that our parents grew up in. So, why men gotta be great till they gotta be great, okay? I feel like women have to be independent and boss chicks because this is what we have made to be. You have to work, you have to take care of the kids, you have to pay the bills, you have to cook and clean, you got to take the kids to soccer, you got to pay for the soccer, you got to buy the Christmas gifts, all of that while you got to deal with a man begging him to see his kids and he's not. The reality is, men, yes, we want you to lead, but you need to lead first. If you have not seen your kid in over 3 weeks, you are who I'm talking about. If you have 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $90,000 in child support, I'm sorry, fellas, you are who I'm talking about. If you couldn't make it work with the mom, you are who I'm talking about. And if we want to talk about women, we got to hold men accountable too. Let's keep it a buck. Like if it's all women, right?
Yeah, this is
Slim,
the
Slim.
man cave.
what's Slim
This
response
the
to
man
that,
cave.
Yeah,
Slim?
take it, bro.
Yeah,
Take it,
come
bro.
on, Slim.
Get him. Come on, Slim. It's the man cave.
First off, you know, at the end of the day, everything Nora said was 100% correct.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Here's where the disconnect happened. We wasn't talking about women
And
with
Slim, I'm
children.
not talking about you because I know your kids don't live here. If I'm talking about people within a 50 mile and anybody on the line, please don't take offense. If your kids are 50 plus
No,
miles
check it
or
No,
there's
out.
an
we're not.
issue with the mom, I know there are moms out there that keep,
Check
I'm
it
not
out.
talking about that, to be clear.
Check it out. Here's where the disconnect is. We didn't say anything about a mother or a woman with a child. We didn't mention a child at all. You brought that up. We didn't mention the baby daddy and the mother doing all it. We was just talking about women that don't give a man peace. Now that video was very powerful. Why? Because I've been through some shit like that before. Okay, where I can't get my point across. You try to belittle me. I ain't say nothing to you. No kids involved. You understand? We don't want that. You know what I mean? What we want is peace. Peace, food, respect. Very, very simple. I swear. We are very simple. Let us watch the game, cook some food. We will do anything for you guys. We will protect you. We will give you massages, whatever you need. I promise. I'm trying to tell you, I'm giving y'all the blueprint. Okay? That's what I got. But everything you said regarding a mother, I understand that except for the child support part. I don't agree with child support. I think that is part of the system that divided men from their families in general. So I do not respect child support at
And that's
all.
why we have so many single mothers out here trying to take care of all these kids because of child support too.
You always say the child
Cause
support was like it's the same thing as like a PPP loan, and people just had to have it. Like they rather blow up the situation, and in their mind they're thinking, okay, I'm happier with just my child and I know I can get the child support once they get it and not see it's enough. All they did was added extra duties on their hand because now they got to work and pay all the bills and stuff. And these are the ones who decide to blow up the marriage because of no fault. Yeah, there are some men who do it, but we know the statistics show that 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated, not that actually happen, because that's like half, a little over half. But the initiation is normally by the women. And I think that's child support plays a lot into it because they've never had it done to them before. And they're like, okay, I know I can get something out of them if I leave. And they're incentivized to do it.
Jay, you're so in love on Instagram, makes content with his wife. Everybody else on here is on child support. I mean, you're the one Hispanic guy on here. Is that why you dodged it? Was how do you stay happily married?
I gotta be honest. It's not Hispanics, it's not Black guys, it's not Latinos. It's straight male entitlement. I think is just a problem in general. Um, the standard that I feel like straight men set for women is impossible because you want them to be ladies, virgins, but also with you want them to be, sexual and freaks, and then you want them to cook and clean, but also, you can't. Very few men make enough money to support an entire family in this country statistically. So you also want them to work, but also, be a housewife, and you want them to, support you, but also shut up. And it's an impossible standard, and it's unfair. And I think male men just need to remove sometimes themselves and just take a look back and be like, what am I asking for? What are my expectations? And am I even worth all this trouble? And 90% of the time, the answer is going to be no, guys. I'm sorry. Like,
So
it's
let me
true.
ask you something, Jay.
Yeah.
If you tonight, Lord forbid, let's not let anything like this happen, but y'all sleep tonight. You hear a window bust open and somebody coming in. Who you think is expected to get up and defend?
Well, they would hope it's gonna be me. I assure you, because my girlfriend's Latina, she's crazy. But no, like guys, I'm a liberal. Like I'm not a
Jay,
liberal. I'm
don't
a
tell me you're
Marxist.
gonna have her grab the strap. Come
No,
on, man.
listen, no,
You
listen, listen,
can't
no,
say,
listen,
hey, baby, get the
listen.
strap, baby.
No,
Come
my
on,
girl knows how to
Jay.
shoot. Guys, we are leftists, not liberals. I have a closet. I have a safe full of copperheads. If anybody wants to try it out, and my girlfriend knows how to shoot too. That's what I'm saying. But yeah,
But
obviously
what
that
what
would.
if what if the
But
gun
what?
jams?
But
Like
you're breaking
technology
down
is not perfect.
what revolver, baby. So what you're breaking down. What you're breaking down is one moment, one possible scenario in a one unlikely one at that, in a huge thing. Men are supposed to be protectors. Women are ultimately, statistics will show that women are ultimately protectors. They protect their children from abusive dads. They protect their children from other. Most likely, it's mostly the mother who interferes to protect their children. And also, too, that's to be said, it's mostly single mothers whose children get abused, but that's a separate thing. But it's
You really
mostly
believe
women
that?
who are also protectors. What? Like,
You really? So here's the Jay. Hold on. This is the thing. It's not so much about the technical numbers. It's about expectations. How you said that men expect a lot from women. What I'm trying to get you to understand is a woman expects you to protect her. That's what I'm trying to get you to just how we have certain expectations. A woman expects you to protect her, and if you don't, and you act scary, If some
It
guy
makes it
comes
seem
along,
soft.
she's gonna look at you like a punk after that.
Well,
Like you
So
soft,
what I'm
yeah.
saying is,
true,
we
but it
have
goes both ways. You guys
expectations,
protect each other.
but women have expectations too,
It
and
goes
she's
two
gonna
ways.
want
Mm-hmm.
You
you to
guys protect
stand
each
up.
other. If a woman's getting
No,
crazy
it's
with
not,
you in a bar,
Jay, hear me out. I'm trying to tell you what expectations. You're
yeah,
trying to take it to technical. Oh, she could defend it. No, that's not what I'm talking about. A woman, there's 2,000 generations of women, and they subconscious and their primal state that they look for protection from a man. You could take all the feminism out. Feminism is new. But if you go back to all in our cells and our genes, women are programmed to look for a tough guy most of the time. You got some that are an exception, but for the most part, deep down, a woman is expected protection from her man. This is what we're trying to get. When we say what men want, we have expectations in women too.
do
But
you know where
as you're doing
monogamy
right
actually comes
now,
from?
you're trying to suppress men's expectations. You just said it. We expect too much. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's okay for a woman to have expectations, but it's not for a man.
What you're
So
comparing,
wait,
you're comparing
But
primal.
we're getting too far off the subject, but I just wanted to
yeah, I
make
want to
that
go back on the video.
clear.
Can I go back on the video?
Yeah.
So reason why I laughed initially is when he talks about communication, it's comical to me because just like that lady, the feminist that came on our line, and Jay, I think you'll agree, a lot of men are not in tune with their emotions. They don't know how to communicate. So the fact that he's saying it's a
Men
communication
can
issue
some more
to
than
me
women.
is comical. Huh?
But let's do this,
Well,
I
guys.
feel like
yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna bring it
sensitive than
back
women. I think honestly.
Yeah.
because I want to know easy. What are your expectations from a woman dating or get
Oh, me?
dating
I'm
should lead
sorry,
to
Um,
Leader.
marriage?
It's hard to hear you sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Go around to
mm,
everybody as Roller too.
okay.
Yeah.
As the closing thoughts, what men want from women.
I feel like men just want a woman that's going to be there and have their back and support them. Um, Also, be there for their what they want in the bedroom or whatnot. And I mean, it's a lot. I mean, like men want somebody, like a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like a ride or die or like a Bonnie and Clyde type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they want like a best friend. You know what I mean? Like, or that's what I want. You know what I mean? Or that's what I, try to pursue. So,
For sure. Slim,
Bonnie
what
and
do men
Clyde.
want from women?
Man, I believe that the communication thing is really, really huge, man. And that is so crucial to any relationship. I'm gonna start there first. Trust, of course, but if you don't communicate the right way or talk to an individual the right way, um, that can be real like it'll mess up your whole relationship. And I believe if we start with communication, that's with anything, to be honest with you. Communication is like the start of everything. Like even when you meet a woman, your words. Like a woman knows if she gonna sleep with you the minute she meets you. Like we hope, like a woman
Oh
knows
yeah.
automatically. You know what I mean? But it's until you say some dumb, you know what I mean? That's when everything could change in the flash. You're gonna be like, what the hell I said? But I think communication is the key, man. And I think society has pushed these women to a limit to whereas they feel that they don't need no man. But like I said on a previous show, I don't think there's no human that wants to be alone. I don't care who you are, how good you look, all that is a facade right now. Later on down the line, you're gonna want somebody to grow old with. You ain't gonna be that Birkin bag holder no more. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Nora, what do men want from women from a woman's perspective?
Plastic surgery, um, head every night. I'm just kidding. I think men do truly want peace, and it's a matter of do you guys have those vibes to get that peace together? Because if he's not your peace, you're not going to be his peace, and y'all just need to move on. And I think a lot of friends of mine have these relationships where they stay in them and there is no peace and it just spills over in your personal life. So I think the biggest thing is somebody that is your partner that gives you peace and that supports you. And men like cheerleaders too. That's the other thing y'all not talking about. Like Y'all
Yeah.
want cheerleaders, right? Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, you're so great. You're so amazing. And peace.
Jay, what do men want from women?
I think ultimately everyone wants the same thing. Like she said, they want peace. You want loyalty. You want to be supported, and you just don't want to feel like you're. I don't think anybody just wants to feel like played or used, whether it's blatant or subtle. Whether nobody wants to feel like they're giving so much and not getting anything back. I think ultimately what every relationship boils down to. I've had relationships where we made the same amount of money, where someone made less, but you just that's like almost irrelevant if you feel like you're both giving the same amount and getting the same back. And I think that's what most people. I think that inequality of someone giving more than the other leads to ultimately breaking up, in the sense that I think the person that feels like they're getting less feels entitled to cheat. They feel entitled to go out to do other things. And I just think that like that ultimately boils down to everything relationship, regardless of your gender, your sex, is not giving what you're getting, and just feeling you're giving so much and not getting anything back. It doesn't have to be monetary. It doesn't have to be, it just feeling like, whether it's emotional or is anything else, you just want to feel like your time and your investment is valid, and you want to feel valued. I think ultimately what everybody just wants. I think.
All right.
I would say I want love. Oh, you want to go first, Volker?
Oh no, go ahead. I'll go last.
All right. I would want peace, love, and attention. I think we discount the love factor, where it's like you want that true love and feel like this person's your soulmate. I think that's what men want from women. I feel like everything that's going on now, all the superficial stuff and all the alpha male control and stuff, I think that's all just added stuff. I think at the end of the day, we all want that love like back when we were young.
That's what I'm saying.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
For me, um, submission, cooperation
So there it is.
are yeah. This those are the two. Those are the two biggest things, and here's why. For me, I have an open door policy. No woman has to stay.
Well, I would
No
hope
woman
not.
has to stay with me. If anytime you feel like you want to leave, you can leave.
That's
So
called
any
the
woman
law.
that's with me, huh?
That's just the law, no? Like if you
Yeah.
want to leave, you
So
should really.
so the submission is because you want to. You're not
Yeah.
here. A lot of people try to make it into like a slave and a slave master type situation. No, with me, you're submitting because you want to be here. You like being here. You wouldn't want to be no place else. Even during the hard times, it's like you still want to be here because nothing is perfect. So that's the pretty much the
Now,
baseline for me. And then the cooperation is because I have high expectations of what I want for myself out of life.
honestly,
I don't want to be just normal. There's a lot of people who want to be just normal. I want to be better than that. I'm striving for a lot, so I need somebody there who can listen and who's willing to help. And they want to be a part of my vision, just as if they wanted to go to Google and work there, get a 401k and retire. So
So, Volk,
that's
what's the
my want.
difference
I have a quick.
between? I want to ask him first. What's the difference between like your relationship and like another relationship? Is it like everything you say goes? Like it's a dictatorship, not a democracy?
It's not a dictatorship. For the most part, I'm going to have the last word, but and that's because she trusts me with having that last word. But I do take her word into advisement. I always tell her like even if I get mad, tell me. Make sure if you see if one of my people I think of my friends is on some scandalous type stuff, let me know. If you think I'm not doing something right, say it. Even if I get upset, I'm gonna eventually hear it and take it into advisement because I want the best for us. So no, it's not like she can't say anything. Like I said, she's free to go, but she's trusting me to hold things down. And that's like if you got a security guard or a manager. When you sign in a contract, when you sign, you sign that contract saying that you will cooperate with them because you could put them in danger. Yeah, that is a thing with security. You're supposed
Easy
to
want to ask
cooperate.
you something.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
I have
Easy.
a quick. Yeah, I want to got a quick question. So you said you give him the option to leave and all that. Do you think that leaves a door open for cheating?
No, not like what I'm saying is, it's like if she, if she comes and say, you know what, I'm not happy, I'm not gonna be running like, no, baby, nah. Or if she don't like something, it's an open door policy. I would never make a woman stay. It's not gonna be, I'm all in
Volker,
love.
can I
If
ask
you
you a
ain't with
personal
me,
question?
nobody can
Is
have
this
you.
the same logic you used in your first two marriages? Like, was it always submission or did that evolve with
No,
time? Like,
no, that evolved with time. I understand.
okay, so now you're
I
more
actually was the opposite,
hands-on.
and it
Got it.
didn't work. And now I understand my purpose as a man.
Okay.
So
For the
that's
record, Jay, you back in the doghouse. You back on my beta list.
Well,
I put that out there.
it's okay
He
because the
said
whole
he has
alpha
a
beta
card full
male
of
thing is all made
guns.
up anyway. So.
You cool with it, Nora, because he think like
hey,
you.
it's a lot of it's a
But
lot
he
of
said
betas with guns. No, there's a lot. Most betas got guns.
Oh my God.
Most betas are running the streets or selling drugs. Nah, hey,
I can
that
see
don't mean nothing.
Yo, JB
Psychologists
at home
were
like
actually
this.
saying
Yes,
that using
babe.
alpha
Yes,
beta
babe.
terms makes
Yes,
you a
babe. Yes, babe.
It's some dudes that's hard. Hey, they hard as ever in the streets, but when they woman come around, they woman slapping them around and everything. Nah, that's the real thing. As a
Ain't nothing
man,
wrong
you
with
got.
saying yes, babe. Ain't nothing wrong with saying yes, babe. Man,
Okay.
come
Oh
on, man.
yeah.
I hear
Okay.
you.
Easy.
Come
Yeah,
on,
when
man.
it's respectful, but when you
I ain't got no
taking
problem saying it
charge,
anyway.
nah.
But he look like he said it all the time. Yes, babe. Even when he don't want to say it, he said. Yes, babe.
Hold on. Somebody asked what constitutes as a beta guy. A beta guy is a guy that goes against his standards and morals for a woman or for anybody. It could be anything. I notice even in business and when I'm doing certain things, if I go against a standard I set, it always come back to bite me. So that's what I would say. You're beta when you can't stand on your principles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For sure. I mean, I felt like that was everybody's closing thoughts. Was there anything
Yeah.
anyone?
Can we plug for tomorrow and the rest of the week?
Sure.
Wow.
Because we have a lot of people on.
Yeah, go ahead because you're here. Go ahead.
Let's do it.
Sorry, guys. Because we have record number, well, pretty high. I don't know what you guys normally have, but a lot of people are watching
Shout
on
out
X
to
and people
everybody that
watching.
showed up.
Yeah,
Shout
shout out
out.
to
Thank you.
everybody showing up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tomorrow we will be talking about the Canada US beef. Is Canada going to be a 54 state or have they retaliated back? We'll talk about that. We'll break that down. We also have a big guest coming on tomorrow night. Case study. He does clips for a lot of big podcasts that you guys might watch. TYT, the Young Turks, Sabi. So shouts out to him. He'll be a guest tonight. So I really appreciate him coming. And then Thursday night, we will be doing our Black History series. We'll be talking about MLK versus Malcolm X. So, yeah, we will celebrate Black history here and honor it, as well as talking about entertainment and political topics. So, thank you for everyone watching.
All right. Again, we in the man cave, and I'm next week in the month
Man
of
cave.
February is going to be Black History centered too, or dealing with Black issues. So be sure to tune in next week. Hey y'all, this is my third show. I'm still getting used to this. I love y'all. Don't think I'm not paying attention. I'm just learning how to do all these different things.
He's doing great.
Hosting a show
Doing
is
great.
difficult.
Great job.
So anytime y'all
Great
say
job.
YouTube is anytime y'all say YouTube is easy, let me tell y'all it is not. It is
You're getting better each
Yeah.
week, Volker. I'm proud of you.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks.
That part.
So thank y'all for
Yes.
coming. Thank y'all for supporting. I'm definitely here. Y'all tune in. Always vote.
Always vote.
Always vote. Stand for something.
Introducing the new party. We live stream every Tuesday and Thursday p.m. Eastern Standard Time.